Sultan Meghji is here with us, CEO of Frontier Foundry and former Chief Innovation Officer at the FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Welcome to you and good morning. You know, there was a Super Bowl ad that caught my attention last night about AI. And it was something to the effect of, like, we used to be afraid of computers taking over everything. And at the end, it was like, it's going to be okay. And then it was, all right, now we're worried about AI taking over everything. Where is your level of concern with sort of the parameters being set around AI and the fact that in our heads, we think it's going to take over the world?
I'm not concerned at all. I think the vast majority of artificial intelligence is actually, adding a lot of value. A lot of people now who are using AI in their daily lives at work, instead of spending 8 hours, manhandling an Excel spreadsheet, they get to spend an hour on the Excel spreadsheet and the other 7 hours a day, being the experts that they are. We have an incredibly powerful workforce here that in many cases are bogged down by legacy processes and legacy technology. And so my concern level is really quite low. I think this is an amazing opportunity for the average person and for our nation, frankly.
Well, the U.S. likes to win and be first at things. Where do we stand in the AI race, given the recent news with the DeepSeek in China?
It's important to separate out, a theoretical scientific exercise from making something production, making something, embedded in our daily lives. And in that, the United States is generations ahead of what we're seeing anywhere else in the world.
So where are areas that you think we need the most regulation when it comes to AI?
Right now, I'm actually quite cautious on suggesting regulation generally, just because we really have struggled at that in the last few years with emerging technologies. I think for me, it's more about, are we protecting people's privacy? Are we protecting their data? Are we protecting their healthcare records? Are we doing things that fundamentally make the average person's life safer and more secure moving forward? And so, in a lot of cases, we have regulation already that just needs to be refreshed for the modern era. In the 1990s, as a great example, there was a whole process done to allow people to use a digital signature instead of a pen on paper kind of signature to open a bank account. We've got regulation around that, and regulations that are already on the table should be streamlined, optimized, and brought into the 21st century, I think, is a first step.
What does the future of AI, Sultan, look like in the next 5 years, 10 years?
I think we're going to see some pretty significant disruptions in the job market. That's for sure. A few years ago, what would have taken $1 billion and a team of 1,000 people, now with AI can take a couple of $1 million and a handful of people. And so it's really an evolution of the workforce. That's the first one. The second is AI is getting incredibly good about process optimization. So instead of having a 47-step process to get from point A to point B, for example, getting a car loan or getting a mortgage, that will be highly streamlined. And then finally, the opportunity for creativity is like nothing else we've ever seen. The opportunities for people to create new art, to create new media is through the roof. Now, there's good and bad with that. Nefarious actors can take that technology and create deep fakes and things like that. But I fundamentally see this as a net boom for our civilization.
Practically speaking, what are the biggest advantages for folks at home using AI, either in home or in their workspace or even in school and education?
Well, in school and education, it's fantastic because it's allowing people to get through a lot of the rote research. When I was in college, I would spend hours running around the library trying to find a specific book or find a specific article that I could use as a source to write a paper, as an example. That's now a 5-second exercise. Around the home, it's going to allow us to have things like smarter robotics in the home. I just saw a pitch for a company that has a device that's going to basically run your kitchen for you and make you dinner every night. Those things are all fantastic. The biggest thing, frankly, is that all of these technologies are being radically commoditized. So what used to take $1 billion, now you can do with a laptop and a credit card. And so what that means is there's a democratization that's going to occur, and it's going to just permeate every part of life. And you're not going to have to pay a lot of money for it. You'll pay nothing, or you'll pay a very nominal amount of money, but you'll get the full benefit that comes from, a company like OpenAI, for example, having spent billions and billions of dollars, but you won't have to spend that to make it real in your daily life.
Interesting. So thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.